Sara isn't just a youth leader, she's a global eco-influencer on a mission to transform the world one eco-friendly choice at a time. Her passion for sustainability is evident in her commitment to endorsing brands and products that prioritize the environment, championing eco events, and using platforms like Instagram to promote eco actions. But that's just the beginning of her incredible journey. Sara and her team are currently driving a transformative project called Eco-Educator, educating young and school children about the critical issue of climate change. Moreover, she is leading a remarkable team of 800 plus on ground volunteers in over 20 cities in Uttar Pradesh, where they work tirelessly as change makers in the realms of climate action, education, and social welfare. Today, we explore Sara's journey, her vision for a sustainable future, and the incredible impact she is making as a passionate climate change activist. So, hi Sarah, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us and doing this special episode with us. How are you?
I am good, and it is indeed a pleasure for me to be here with you and sharing my journey on this platform. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
No, I mean, you absolutely had an incredible journey when it comes to, taking action for, climate change and climate sustainability. And I'm sure your story and your journey will inspire a lot of our listeners. So thank you so much for doing this with us. I'd like to start by asking Sarah, what, according to you, or how would you describe climate change in a sentence? Yeah.
So, specifically, I won't go with the theoretical answer of climate change. For me, climate change is a warning of an alarming situation, which is actually hazardous and life threatening for all of us, for all the living species on this earth. So, I think that defines it all. We may take this as a situation to handle it immediately. We need to act now for this thing. So yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. And because you yourself is one such inspiring young change maker, and we do understand the role of young people, when it comes to addressing climate related issues. So, what, according to you, can be, the action plan for, or maybe the action that young people should take locally and globally when it comes to addressing these issues?
So yeah, we as the youths, I think we are the building blocks of the generations to come. And we are born with certain duties and responsibilities on this planet, which I think it is indeed in our hands to fulfill it. And we as young people are influential in shaping public opinion, driving social movements, and pressurizing decision making, bridging the gap between the elder and the older generation, between the younger and the older generation, and prioritizing climate action through education. And our generation is like something, we have passion, we have energy, we have vision and determination to drive transformative change, and resilient future for all of us. And for having moments like both on global and local levels, I think the only thing I can say is, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? Because we hold the power in our hand, I think, and I think that we can do it for sure if we
Absolutely,
are
and
standing
young
together.
people just need their voices to be heard. But we definitely have the power, and we do have the voice that we should definitely use. And thank you so much for sharing that. And Sarah, because we have seen your social media, and it's so amazing to see how you are utilizing your social media, your Instagram as a platform for activism and social impact, and talking about a lot of eco-friendly products and brands, right? So as an eco influencer,
or what according to you could be some of the brands or initiatives in India which you feel are actually very committed to sustainability and reducing carbon footprint? And also, if you could tell us as young people, how can we use our Instagram to talk about these issues very effectively? Yeah.
Okay, so coming on to the second part of the question, like first prioritizingly, I think what I figured out since the beginning when I was in class 11th and 10th, and I was just 15 or 16, and I was just figuring out that social media is one of the most powerful and influential weapon for all of us. If you consider मतलब इस चीज को मैं थोड़ा सा elaborate करूंगी, अगर हम टीवी पे एक सोप का भी एड देख लेते हैं तो हमारी आधी जो मतलब होता है ना, जिन्होंने वो एड देखा होता है उनको वो सोप चाहिए होता है. And right now what I can see that our older generation, लोग कहते थे बच्चे बड़ों से दूर हो रहे हैं because they have the phones, but now what I see in my home कि जो मेरे grandparents है, they are like sitting somewhere in a corner and using YouTube and everything. So it's like something, social media सबके पास है, and if we can utilize that platform, if we can utilize that thing from the power of the youths, like youths दो जगह पे अपनी एनर्जी लगाते हैं. एक वो अपने उनकी लाइफस्टाइल होती है, और एक अगर वो उस एनर्जी को सही जगह इस्तेमाल करें. और आई थिंक इस तरह से वी कैन रीच more people in short span of time, since we know this is something not just about taking climate action, but to switch to sustainable lifestyle as much faster rate as we can. So for us it's very important कि हम जल्दी से जल्दी लोगों तक बातें पहुंचाएं. And for that I figured out that social media is one of the powerful weapon I can use. So yes, brands, I think being an eco influencer, like as you know, this influencer thing is very trending right now. But the eco influencer terms comes from within. Whenever somebody calls me कि आपको ऐसा promote करना है, तो I am like no, thank you so much. आप कुछ भी प्रमोट कर रहे हो, अगर उसमें प्लास्टिक है या कुछ भी ऐसा है जो एनवायरनमेंट को हार्म करता है, तो आई एम रियली सॉरी फॉर दैट. आई एम नॉट हियर टू अर्न मनी. आई एम जस्ट हियर टू प्रमोट थिंग्स which are sustainable. And if you consider that thing, most of the people cannot buy such sustainable products because they are expensive. As you can see, आप एक तरफ प्लास्टिक लेने जाओ, it is much cheaper क्योंकि उसका कंज्यूमरिज्म ज्यादा है. And if you go to buy a cloth bag, you will definitely get it at a higher class. तो वैसे भी लोग उसको ज्यादा कंसिडर करेंगे ना जो आपको सस्ता मिल रहा हो. तो अगर हम ऐसी ब्रांड्स जो मीडियम प्राइस में ऐसी चीजों को दे रही हैं ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन मेथड से, और अगर हम उनको किसी तरह से प्रमोट कर पा रहे हैं अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे, सिंस आई होल्ड द दिस दिस रीजन लखनऊ यूपी, तो अगर मेरे आसपास के लोग उस ब्रांड के बारे में जान रहे हैं, एंड इफ दे आर रीचिंग आउट टू दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टफ, so I think we are trying to make an impact to switch them to a sustainable lifestyle. So I think this is how some brands like honest.com, there is Green Hack, and there is this I have recently been collaborating with them. There is a EV electric scooter which is Hero Vida, and they are like that is an electric scooter. It has batteries inbuilt in it, and वो जो एक fossil fuel वाला term था, at least I can लेट पीपल नो. हम प्रॉब्लम्स की बात कर रहे हैं पर हम सोल्यूशंस की बात कहाँ करते हैं. हम बोल रहे हैं क्लाइमेट एक्शन हमें लेना है और क्लाइमेट चेंज हो रहा है, बट सोल्यूशंस हम नहीं ला पा रहे. तो आई थिंक दिस इज हाउ वी कैन स्विच टू सस्टेनेबल लाइफस्टाइल. एंड इसी तरह छोटे चाहे ब्रांड्स छोटी हो या बड़ी, हम उनको प्रमोट करके we can connect them with the people who actually are into this switching to sustainable lifestyle, but they are not getting any waste for it. Because ये चीज मैंने यहाँ पे देखी है, मतलब हियर इन यूपी, कि लोगों को पता है बट वो उनको सॉल्यूशंस पता भी है तो वो उस पर एक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे बिकॉज दे रियली डोंट नो एनीथिंग. So I think this is how I'm using my social media platform to promote and to to reach out to more people through fun and interactive reels. Like the climate action we take whenever we go on cleanup drives and everything, we make it a trend. हम पूरा उसको उस तरह से पोर्ट्रे करते हैं कि जो मतलब एक तो हो गया ब्रांड्स को प्रमोट कर रहे हो, तो पीपल थिंक इट कि मैं उसको शायद अर्निंग के लिए ले रही हूँ, बट दैट्स नॉट द स्टफ. we are even connecting youths to the movement कि आप भी ऐसा रीजन कर सकते हो, and that's not just because कि आप मुझसे कनेक्ट हो, अगर आपका रीजन कोई भी है यूपी से बाहर, तो आप वहां पे ये एक्शन ले सकते हो, आप वहां पे क्लीन अप कर सकते हो, अवेयरनेस कर सकते हो। तो उन रील्स के थ्रू, उन उस क्रिएशन के थ्रू वो लोग उससे इंस्पायर होते हैं, वो रीच आउट करते हैं। We have this particular heads of different states, and so far I'm really honored to share that with you that we have around 40k plus youths who are all connected over social media, who are from different states, who are from different cities, who are from different schools, who are from different walks of life, but are working for a single cause, and that is for saving the planet Earth. So I think this is how we are impacting, making a change through social media.
No, but that's amazing, and kudos to all your efforts, and congratulations for doing it at such a large level and at such a young age. That's so inspiring for our listeners as well. Now, Sarah, I would like to know about this project that you run, which is Eco-Educator Project, where you are actually teaching young people and school children about climate change, which is so important in today's time, to start this from such a young age, and can you tell us about the impact that you have seen so far through this project of yours in terms of climate education as shaping a more sustainable world? If you can
Yes.
share some of those insights with us, yeah.
Sure. So, as the name suggests, Eco-Educator Project. So, we called it as Pathshala, an eco पाठशाला. So what we basically do, हमने दो categories में sections रखे हुए हैं. There is this the marginalized sections of the society which consider the slum, and there is a different division which is government and private schools. So what we basically do, जैसे हम जाते दोनों एरियाज में हैं, और वी हैव दिस प्रोजेक्टर विद अस, वी हैव कलेक्टेड मनी एंड एवरीथिंग, वी हैव अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, और हम उन बस्तियों में जाके विद नॉर्मल एजुकेशन, विद बेसिक एजुकेशन, हम उनको क्लाइमेट एजुकेशन के बारे में बताने की कोशिश करते हैं, बिकॉज वी बिलीव दैट they are the people who are the most affected. We are the privileged ones. We are sitting under the roofs. We are very much doing good, and we actually are not giving a damn about this thing because हमें उतना इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ रहा है, बट डायरेक्ट इफेक्ट उनके ऊपर पड़ता है, तो उनका भी प्रॉपर उतना राइट है कि वो इस बारे में जाने। तो विद दैट स्टफ हम उनको तो पढ़ाते हैं, साथ में हम स्कूल्स में भी जाते हैं, एंड स्कूल्स में जाना, इट्स नॉट जस्ट एज कि हमने स्पीच दी, फोटोज ली और घर आ गए और पोस्ट कर दी, नो, दैट्स नॉट जस्ट इट। वी आर कंडक्टिंग वर्कशॉप्स ऑन अपसाइकिंग प्लास्टिक। सो हम एक दिन पहले स्कूल जाने से पहले उनको बोलते हैं कि आपके घर में जितनी प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स है आप ले आओ, न्यूज़पेपर्स ले आओ, जो भी आपका वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स आपको लगता है कि शैम्पू का बॉटल है, आप लोग ले आओ। जब उसको लेके आते हैं वो, तो वी आर डिफरेंशिएटिंग देम इनटू कैटेगरीज, कि मतलब एक क्रिएटिव एक्टिविटी हम लोग करेंगे, एक हम लोग न्यूज़पेपर से बैग्स बनाएंगे, प्लास्टिक बॉटल से हम लोग प्लांटर्स बनाएंगे, किस तरह से हम प्लास्टिक को अपसाइकिल कर सकते हैं, उसके क्या डिफरेंट यूज हो सकते हैं, ऐसी चीजों में उनको इन्वॉल्व करके वी ट्राई टू मेक देम जस्ट लाइक आप हॉकी खेलते हो, फुटबॉल खेलते हो, यू हैव दिस थिंग फॉर सिंगिंग एंड डांसिंग, अगर आप क्लाइमेट एक्शन को भी उसी डेली बेसिस पे लो, उसी तरह उस चीज के लिए एक्शन करो, सस्टेनेबल लाइफस्टाइल पे स्विच करने की कोशिश करो, आई थिंक वी हैव एम्पल ऑफ रिसोर्सेज टू स्विच, बट देन वी आर लेजी एंड वी आर सो मच like we are so much in our comfortable mode कि हम उस phase में shift ही नहीं होना चाहते। So through this project, like since now, like अभी तक हम लोग जब से, मतलब it has been 2 years since we've started, and अभी तक हम लोगों ने all over India और बहुत सारे states में ये किया है। We have this whole training thing, हम लोगों ने पूरा प्रॉपर डिवाइड कर रखी है कि अगर अगर हम 5th क्लास के बच्चे के पास जा रहे हैं, अगर उसको हम बताएंगे कि क्लाइमेट चेंज हो रहा है, उसको नहीं समझ आएगा, तो वी हैव क्यूरेटेड इट इन अ सॉर्ट ऑफ अ स्टोरी, कि उसको इजीली समझ आए इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ अ कार्टून। फिर एक मीडियम स्कूल का एज होता है, उनका अलग समझाने का तरीका, एंड फॉर द एल्डर पीपल लाइक जो 12th में है, सो वी हैव दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन, उनसे हम ऐसी बात करते हैं, बिकॉज उनको ये मूवी देखने का कोई शौक नहीं होगा और प्रेजेंटेशन देखने का। सो हम लोग पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, एंड विद दैट बहुत सारे बच्चे होते हैं जो अटेंड करते हैं, लाइक देयर आर thousands of people who are attending the seminars, and we are like रोज हम लोग कहीं ना कहीं जा रहे हैं। The main thing which eco educator focuses on is, अगर उन 1000 बच्चे में से 5 बच्चे भी उस चीज को लेकर कीन होते हैं, और वो ये सोचते हैं कि चलो इस चीज को अब हम यहाँ से आगे लेके बढ़ते हैं, नाउ वी विल लीड दिस थिंग इन आवर कम्युनिटी, I think we are building those eco educators कि उन बच्चों में अगर वो 5 बच्चे भी उनके अंदर से वो नर्व्स जैसे हम लोगों ने हिट कर दी उनकी और वो शुरू हो गए अपने हिसाब से अपने रीजन में करना, चाहे वो मैं हम मतलब अगर हम लखनऊ में हैं एंड देयर आर डिफरेंट एरियाज, अगर वो उस एरिया में उतनी ही एक्टिवली काम करने लगे, क्योंकि एज अ सिंगल पर्सन मैं भी तो मतलब वीकेंड्स पे ही 2 बार जा सकती हूँ, बट अगर वो अपने एरिया में कंटिन्यूअसली कुछ ना कुछ करता रहे, लोगों को और लोगों को कनेक्ट करे, so I think this is how we can bring the change. And this is like as we've always heard, if we want to see the change, we have to be the change. So uske liye we are trying to make those eco educators जो अपनी community में change लाते रहे, and this is how we can make a big change and fight this crisis at a better level. Because अकेले तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. We need more people. We need more like-minded people जो कि इस चीज को amplify करने में मदद करे. So I think this is our project.
Thank you so much for sharing. That is so inspiring, and I've learned so much, through this conversation. I know that's a short time for us to interact and understand more about your work. But, lastly, Sarah, I'd just like to ask you, because of the COP28 is approaching, right? And as young people, people like you who is doing a lot of groundwork and using social media and getting a lot of people on board for this initiative, what message would you give to the world leaders this time, for them to take action for climate?
Okay, so this is the question where I am like, I think कि मुझे ये चीज बोलनी चाहिए कि नहीं, but मैं हमेशा यही चीज बोलती हूँ that we actually do not have time to sit and chat, at that level or at this level. We need our time to,
Take
to get
action.
utilized, yeah, to get utilized in action. And so for the decision makers and policy leaders, we do not need more conferences or such things. We need action to be taken. And so far they have been trying their best to to like apply things, to apply rules, but I think that won't be possible until unless we as the youth, as the different communities, as like we have NGOs, we have platforms like yours, जब तक हम एक कनेक्शन बना के एक ऐसा काउंसिल नहीं बनाते हैं जहाँ पे हम सारे लोग एक साथ बैठ के बात कर सके, अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज रख सकें, आई थिंक दैट वोंट बी इजियर, बिकॉज वो हर लेवल पे डिस्क्रीट होता जा रहा है, वो कुछ एक्शन लेते हैं, हम ऑन ग्राउंड वर्क कर रहे हैं, बीच में देयर इज अ होल much of gap in between us. So to fulfill that gap, I think we must have some opportunities or something like that where we can send in our ideas and where we can share our thoughts. Like it's not just about me. We have thousands of youth who are working splendidly in their fields and they are taking actions in like most amazing ways. And I think this is how agar hum apne ideas ko exchange karenge, we will come up with more efficient and effective things. So we need some things like from the government, from the policy makers to make us responsible and to involve us in these deeds, and also to take action at the very first priority, because it's actually not the time to sit and talk, it's time to take action.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for those words. And I hope through our platform, we are able to amplify your voices, voices of climate champions who are doing incredible work in their respective regions and communities. Thank you so much for doing the work that you do. And we'd love to connect with you in future and collaborate with you and learn so much more from you. And maybe let's just connect and collaborate as organizations also to work on climate change and take some actions on it. So thank you so much for doing this, taking some time off. And we look forward to talking to you in future as well. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Srishti, for inviting me here. And it was actually a pleasure for me to be here. And it was really, this conversation was amazing. Thank you so much for me.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.